All right, y'all, so check it out. A few years ago, I did a video where I had to replace the wire harness in the rear passenger, no, I'm wrong already, in the rear driver door of my friend's JK. Yeah, so I had to replace the harness in the rear driver door of my friend's JK. So now, I gotta replace the one in my Jeep. So, to cut to the chase, a while ago, I don't know, probably about a year ago, more than a while ago, I started having problems with the door. Every time I take it off, put it back on. Y'all, hey, I apologize for the noise in the background. Uh, my neighbors across the street over there, they got these dogs, man, and they just gonna keep barking the whole time. So I apologize for that. They're out of town, and their dogs have been doing this for like 24 hours every day. But anyway, so I've been having a problem with my Jeep. And with my Jeep, every time I take the doors off, put it back on, been having a problem. Thought the pins were bent, checked them all. No pins are bent, so that ain't the problem. So I don't know. I'm down to replacing the wiring harness. Now, I had a problem with it. The horn would just randomly blow, blah 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 blah, when I'm walking away from it, anywhere when I'm close. So I figured out, not this one, but the other key fob, something was wrong with it because there's a little light that right there. Every now and then, when the horns is just randomly blowing, I can see the light blinking. So I figured it was the key fob. So I took the battery out of it, and it hasn't done that anymore. So I solved that problem. It was the key fob. And for 6 years old, and that other key fob is worn out pretty bad. For a 6-year-old, no, 7-year-old key fob, because I've had this thing for a while, I'm not complaining. I just found another key fob somewhere, so that's not the problem. But the other problem is, being that the wiring harness or something's going on with this door here, the locks don't work on the door. So every time I get out of the Jeep, I gotta manually lock the driver's door. And every time I get ready to get in the Jeep, I gotta use the keyhole on the outside to unlock it. Kind of a pain. I can use the key fob and unlock all the other doors. It just won't unlock this one. So I gotta do that one by hand. And when I lock it, but when I get out, I gotta push it by hand. I'm gonna try a new wiring harness. I ordered one off of eBay, and I hope that it's the wiring harness to the door, because the pins that go to that wiring harness are actually in the wiring that comes under the dash. Here's the wiring harness for the door. As you can see, it's the female. So that means the male, which are the pins, are in the one coming from under the dash. So I'm hoping it's this. Now, I hate throwing money at parts, but the reason I went ahead and bought a new door harness is because right here, if you'll see, there's two pins on, well, not pins, but two protruded pins, whatever you want to call it, on each side of this thing. And what happens is, when you push it up in there, there's two like claws on the other one that they pull it up in there, and then you push the clamp down and it holds it tight. Well, on mine, one side of it it's broken. So at one point when I whenever I would put my doors back on, stuff would start acting up, wouldn't act right anyway. And then I finally looked at it under the dash real close one day, and I realized the harness was sitting in crooked. And that's because one of these sides was broken, and when you pull the clamp down that pulls the harness up into the male side of the harness, it wasn't going up straight, it was going up crooked. So I can only come to the assumption that, well, we already know that's broken, so I had to get one anyway. And I assumed that might have been what broke one of the pins, but actually none of the pins are broken. None that I can see, let's put it that way. So I don't know. I'm gonna put this new harness on, see what happens, and here's mine with the broken pin on one side, and there's the good side, but there's the broken one right there. And if you see, I just pushed it up in there and I haven't even pushed the clamp down, and you can see a little bit of white right there, so it's already not going in straight. And I can push that up right there, and here on the side you can see where it has a slot built in where it grabs it, just like that. And on this side there's not. Now it seems like it's sitting there straight, but I'm telling you it wasn't. And then you lock it down. But I pushed it up in just now, but it was a little bit off. And if you look at it, you can actually see where it's going down at an angle. So it's still not in straight, even though it looks like it is. And I can't really push it in straight either. So those little things on the side, they're essential. You kind of need those. Now, after doing all that, there's something that I realized. And I realized that I ordered the wrong one. Totally my fault, because you gotta understand that when you're dealing with more than one model, some got power windows, some don't. Some got power locks, some don't. So guess what? Because of that, and it's totally my fault, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just trying to rush and get this in and didn't think. And if you notice, that only has 4 wires. I'm sorry, 5 wires. And that one has a whole bunch of wires. So now what I'm gonna actually do, which is the smart thing, which is what I should have done in the first place, is I'm gonna take these part numbers off the tag on here, go inside, look that up, and get the right harness, and we'll come back when we get the right one and get ready to put it in. Rookie mistake. All right, y'all, so I'm back, and I think I got the right one this time. Yeah. So what I actually did was, when I took the door panel off, I looked at the part number on the original one and just went online and matched it up to this one. Now, for anybody that has to buy one of these things, I'm gonna let you know right now that the part number that's on the one, if you have an older model, when I say older model, I'm talking about like when they first came out in 2019. If you got one of those, then the part number, and I'm not sure which one, what year they go up to, but the part number is discontinued, and they're going to cross-reference it to this part number, which is here it is, P68299333AH. So it cross-references to that, and it's not the one that's going to be on yours anymore, and they're going to tell you it's discontinued. So I got this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this door panel off, and I'm not going to go through the whole trouble of recording that. I'm just going to tell you what the screws are, where to take them off, and once you do that, it's pretty simple, cut and dry. So there's 2 screws under here, one over there. There's 2 under here, one there, and there's one right in there behind the handle. All Torx screws there's 2 different sizes. Those are smaller ones, and that one's a bigger one. Once you take those 5 screws out, get you a tool like that right there. Yep. And you just go in there, pop the door clips off, take that off right there, and you got it off, and it's simple. You can't mess up the plugs because they're all different. Just pull them off, take them out, put the new ones in back in the same place. Push the little pins right there that you're gonna also pop off with that same tool that's in the door. That way you don't damage anything. Well, it doesn't matter because you're taking the old one out, so don't worry about damage. But you're gonna put the new one in, same thing, and put the door panel back on with the same screws, and that's it. There's everything right there. There's all your wires, there's everywhere they go, all of the hose, plugs, connectors, everything. All you got to do is take them off one at a time, put them back in one at a time. You should be good, no problem. It's too easy. Now, here's the harness. It's actually this part right here. All you got to do is just take them out right here, there, wherever they connect at. You can take them out one at a time to make it easy. Put the new one in, and you're good to go. And just so anybody knows, like I said, there are 2. There's this one right here that goes all the way up to that point right there, and then there's this one. This is the main harness right here, the one that comes in across there. And if you have to order it, that one is actually called a jumper wire. And this is actually and this is actually the harness wire that you'll be ordering if you get your pins damaged over here. So it has these two connectors, and in order to connect these two, because there's your rubber grommet right there that goes right there, you're going to have to take this off to get to these two back there. So yeah, you got to take those bolts out, put this in here, the grommet, remove that one, put this grommet in there, get to the two behind the back, plug these up and put it back in. So, and I'm willing to bet they're 10 millimeter. Now once you get this down far enough, the one connector is down over here to the left, and the other connector is right up under the window right here in front of you. And to get that one back off, all you got to do is pull the white tab out, press it down, pull it. I actually had to use this, and then it'd probably be easier if I had this whole thing off, but I'm trying not to take a lot of stuff off. And then the other one is just pull this tab and it pulls out literally right there. Right there. So I'm gonna get this pulled off, get the cable right around there, get this pushed back in down here, and keep on going. And then I'm gonna put this back in here and put everything back together. Now here comes the moment of truth. Before, the key fob would only work the rear doors and the passenger front door. Wouldn't work the front door at all. And every time I wanted to get out of the truck, well, lock it when I got out, I had to physically push that, lock it when I got out. And then when I wanted to get back in the driver's side, I had to use the key, because key fob wouldn't work the door. And if I get out for some reason and somebody's in the passenger seat and say I lock the door, when I come to get back in the truck to it, I gotta use this again, or the person on the passenger seat has to reach across and unlock the door. So, here's the moment of truth. Key fob, door. If it locks and unlocks this, we're good. Hey! Ha 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 ha! Now I'm just gonna run the battery dead. So again, like I said before in my videos, that I don't like just throwing money at parts, and I wasn't 100% sure that that harness was the problem. But what I did know, from I guess years of taking it in and out, I did know that on the old harness, where you can see the nipple right there, is one on both sides, because when you close the clamp, it pulls the harness in there, and it was pulling the harness in sideways like that, and it wasn't going all the way in, because it wasn't pulling all the way in because that one on that side is missing, and you still have this one. And at one point, when I first found out that that side was broken, I could wiggle it around a little bit and the windows would work, certain stuff would work, but then it just got to a point where nothing would work. And so I said, well, it's out of control. And I went ahead and ordered the harness. And like I said, I originally ordered the wrong harness, got the right one. I got it in, everything's working. We are good to go. So, hey, that's it. If you got a problem with your stuff, check the obvious stuff first, please. Then check the next obvious stuff if you can. I mean, cutting this open is but if something's broken, just replace it and see what happens after that. I got lucky and this was it. So, we good. That's it for me. Hey, we'll check y'all on the next fix it, repair, upgrade, whatever's going on. We'll check y'all on the next one. Stay safe. Don't forget to smile and go out and change your life. Peace out.